Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second part of the Jay Prince for President interview, or I should say, a bit of an interview, a bit of a an open panel for people to talk and give their feelings about the whole situation. Now, if you guys haven't seen in the last video I just posted yesterday, Jay Prince is out here supporting Darrell Brooks, the only supporter. Now, we went through basically the whole trial. There's still a few pieces, and I know everybody, pretty much everybody, wants this Darrell Brooks topic. And this isn't something I've expressed publicly before, but I was kind of like, there's a lot more trials, guys. Why don't you show as much interest in the other trials? And honestly, I was talking to some subscribers on Instagram Live, and they're just like, because it's just the most interesting thing now. So I'm not going to push against it. You guys want the Darrell Brooks content, it is on the way. But keep your eyes open for the other content also, because there are some crazy trials we've been covering, especially the one with the man who murdered his entire family. Crazy shit. Go check that out. His name is Anthony Tote. It's in my other videos. But anyways, we're going to continue with this open panel, this open mic with Jay Prince for President, the only supporter of Darrell Brooks. Let's go ahead and check it out.
This man was on mental med.
How do the people whose kids died, who went to a parade, how do we justify that? How do we give justice or anything to those people?
I would tell them, think about when black men got killed, the same type of justice that we got.
What?
Yeah. The same type of justice that black people got, that black families is mourning over they black people that got murdered for no fucking apparent reason. The same
you would tell the people whose kids got killed and ran over.
You got black little boys that got killed too.
From what?
That's what you would tell them?
Police, all kinds of shit. Trayvon Martin was what, 14, 15?
Wait, Jay Prince. So you would tell the families of the kids that got killed.
Think about Trayvon Martin now.
You saying the kids' lives don't matter.
Our black families right now are still mourning because motherfuckers killed our people and just got off. They should get the same justice. It shouldn't be, since it's white.
Okay, the whole Trayvon Martin thing, like, damn, that's been a while. But, I would say the police officers have a better rate of getting off, so to speak. This is not a police officer. This whole case has nothing to do with a police officer. It involves police officers doing their jobs, like, finding Darrell Brooks, taking them to jail. But it has nothing to do with a police, shooting incident or anything like that. Like, where the police may be in the wrong, could possibly get charged. Your argument doesn't even match up with the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, again, come on, bro. The argument is just, it's not strong enough, which will go to what a lot of people in the comments are saying, is that this was a clout move. But when I look into his eyes, it just makes me feel like he believes it, like he believes the bullshit he's saying, which is crazy. But
and everybody's scared of white people and what white people would do.
George Zimmerman wasn't white.
All this sympathy for them, but they don't got it for us.
George Zimmerman wasn't white, right?
Yeah, he was Mexican.
So what are you talking about?
What I'm saying, I'm talking about cases of that nature. We got a lot of black
cases of what nature?
You use other cases, but when someone else uses other cases, it's different.
White people don't got all this concern when it comes to us, though. How many black people that we got that's dead, but that got murdered by all these type of people and walked?
Jay Prince, are you?
I'm sorry to say this.
Well, no. Because I'm trying to. Jay Prince, it's hard for me to differentiate between when you're entertaining and when you're serious, and so I just want to make sure that we're serious right now.
Okay.
We serious?
I'm dead serious. It's hard for me. My heart is cold because we got black people and black family members who done got killed too. Why don't white people got to be more special than us?
I like how we're having this whole conversation. Darrell Brooks is just in the background, like the whole time. They just have it paused. It's the perfect setting for this because we're talking about supporting this guy. Anton called him a savage. You know what I mean? You don't get called a savage for no reason. The bro had no morals. Come on. He needs to be in jail. This is someone who we need to spend tax dollars to keep in jail. Please.
Have put like this, Anton. When black people
so this man can drive into a crowd of people and kill a bunch of people, and the only thing that you would say to the
fact, how they did it. I'm not worried about how what happened. What I'm saying is,
Anton, so what happened don't matter.
No. What I'm saying is, if we can have people the same justice, it put like this: if black people, if they would have killed blacks and went to prison, then I probably have some empathy. But they killing black people don't go to jail. So when blacks kill them, how could I? My heart is too motherfucking cold. We still mourning over ours. I'm gonna mourn over ours first before I start mourning over them.
I feel like if this was a white person that ran into a group of black people, the outcome would still look the same. You're comparing apples to oranges.
Exactly. I like how. Okay, I'm not gonna keep pausing it because y'all be tripping about me pausing. Like, bro, we're over here chilling, guys. Come on, watch the video, get some fucking popcorn, chill the fuck out. We're vibing. Like, people be getting mad. I be getting people sending me personal messages like, "Hey, G, I had to unsubscribe because you talk too much." It's like, bro. That's the point of the channel. Like, just chill out. Anyway, I like what he's saying. He was like, if we just compared this to a white person running into a crowd of black people, I'm pretty sure the outcome would be the same. Honestly, it might be a little bit worse given the history between the two, you know? You're comparing two different things. This is a black man that rode into a crowd of white people, getting 7 life sentences. Okay. Now, say we had a white man that ran into a crowd of black people. He would get about 7 life sentences, depending on how many people he killed. Like, come on, bro. I like where he's going with this. Let's continue.
You're comparing cops killing black men to a dude who ran into a crowd.
What did I say earlier? Did I not just say this? And I don't watch these videos ahead of time. Did I not just say that? Like, cops are a completely different topic. Yes, some police officers get off way too easy. Yes, I agree. We're comparing the wrong thing here. Clout chasing right there. That's his little inner clout demon trying to come out.
I think that's fair.
Man, how many they done did all? What about the black people that came in shooting up churches and school and got off on insanity?
Okay, I want to speak to that. Let me talk. They're smart enough. They're smart enough.
Jay Prince, you gotta let them debate. Jay Prince, you gotta let them debate your point.
Those white people that are getting off on insanity, they're fucking smart enough to not defend themselves and let somebody make up a life for them. This nigga's in court acting a pure fool, yelling at the judge, trying to defend himself. And she fucking giving him case law, and he's like, I don't know what that means. Bitch, where's your lawyer at? He's a fucking idiot.
Thank you.
He's stupid as fuck,
okay.
Bro.
You said the dude, them white people that shot up all them black folks, right?
Yes, they're letting fucking
murder all them black folks. That seem like niggas don't give a fuck about, right?
This dude would have
niggas don't give a fuck about all them white motherfuckers murdering all these blacks. But now we gotta have all this care and feel all sad because this nigga did it to white folks.
It's not.
See, the loudest person in the room is the stupidest person. Who's screaming in this room right now? Crazy, right? I should say the loudest person is the one that's trying to entertain, or the stupidest person, because you could, play the act of the fucking idiot, but I really do think that Jay Prince is kind of believing his own bullshit. Like, the smell of his own shit is he's starting to get used to it, and he kind of think it don't stink. It do, bro. It stinks.
I was talking about
maybe that white motherfucker could afford a lawyer and he can't.
He had a public defender. He fired his ass, bro.
Right, because the public defender is going to just try to make him take the 6 life sentences. The original plea, Quentin, was 6 life sentences.
Hey, I got a question, Jay Prince. Occasionally I have to take a mental break. I just landed. I got a question. How did you turn this into a race thing?
Because that's the reason why I'm there.
Have you seen how this dude growled at the judge?
Man, fuck that judge.
Dude, she patient as fuck, bro.
Y'all see how that judge?
She's too patient. He was like, she patient as fuck. She's too patient. Okay, man, fuck that judge. This is the sweetest judge you'll ever get in your life. If there's any other judge that presided over this case, it would have gone a lot differently. But just given the fact that she just didn't give a fuck and that she was just going to go by the law no matter what, that's the reason we got the trial we did. And that's the reason he's never getting out. And he's not getting a retrial, a mistrial, none of that. None of that. One and done, baby.
Been treating him.
The judge is only doing what she's doing because she don't want a mistrial.
So what y'all saying is these motherfuckers can treat him any kind of way. But the reason why he upset with her because the judge is purposely not being fair.
This nigga objected.
In what way?
Prosecution objecting. Nigga,
like okay, when you trying to object, the prosecutor object everything.
Damn, Anton just left the chat. Does he come back? Let me see ahead. Anton left the chat. He might have been tired of this thing.
Thing that he said was trying to say, and she overruled it. But when he tried to object, she sustained it. Man, that judge got her emotional feelings into this case. Me personally, I don't think she even supposed to even. She even supposed to be judging this motherfucking case.
So what is his legal background to represent himself? That's what I'm curious about.
He doesn't have.
He couldn't afford no attorneys. A public defender ain't gonna do nothing but fuck you up.
That's what you say, but he would have done
yourself is gonna do nothing but fuck you up. A fool represents himself.
He tried to serve some people some subpoenas.
There's a lot of people that represent themselves and got off.
And then he went to court and was like,
they were likely lawyers or legally trained.
Because you know what? He thought by representing himself, he thought for the little stuff evidence that he got, he thinking it's all about what's right, what's the truth, and what's not the truth. It's not about.
You guys put in the comments who actually got off, who went pro se. You know, someone who represented themselves and got off. Give me one example in the comments. If anybody has one, I'll go look it up and probably just do a post on YouTube and be like, yep, there was actually somebody. Because I'm pretty confident that Jay Prince, anything that comes to his head, he's just going to shoot it off like it's a fact, not knowing shit. There could be right now nobody in the history of our judicial system that gets off who represented themselves. I'm not saying that's what happened. I haven't done my research. I'll say that. But he's like, there's people that got off who represented themselves. Who, my guy? Like, who? Y'all hit me up in the comments if there's somebody, because I don't know, bro. Yeah.
That's not what court's all about. Court is all about what you can prove and what you can't prove. And when he was trying to expose a lot of shit that bitch was lying about, again, it's not about the truth. It's about what you can prove.
That's not what they're at.
The judge
they're not having a trial on what she's telling the truth on or not.
The judge keep allowing the evidence he got. The judge keep on allowing the prosecutor to object his shit. And so he can't bring that to the...
Because the prosecutor has a legal basis, which he went to school for.
Okay, Quentin. When he kept saying, I don't know how you missed I don't know why you brought it up. He kept saying the jury need to know this, the truth. The jury need to know this, the truth. I need the jury. I don't know why, Judge. The judge kept saying, strike that from the jury.
No, it's because it wasn't admitted into evidence. This is the one thing that nobody's talking about here. Maybe they just don't know, or maybe they just aren't as far into the trial. But there's like evidence that you bring to the judge that's going to be used in the trial. You can't just bring some random shit that happened into the trial that hasn't been submitted to the judge and agreed upon by prosecution. It's just that simple. So he's like, the jury needs to know that. The jury needs to know that. Like, bro, if it wasn't brought up in the time frame that was supposed to be brought up, you can't use it. So he's just trying to use any little thing, stuff that may not be, admitted to both sides already. She's going to strike it and remove it from the jury. Like, they're not supposed to know this because this isn't the stuff that we said we're going to court with. You have to present documents and say, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. This is the evidence we're bringing forward. Like, ignorance, my guy. People, this is the face of ignorance right here. Crazy shit, bro.
kept saying, "Why y'all keep hiding?"
Listen,
y'all keep hiding
because the reason why he showed up angry and belligerent has nothing to do with the fact that
that's a lie, Omni.
You can strike anything from the jury. They still fucking heard it. They still fucking heard it, bro.
You can't. Okay, so Jay Prince, you could say that the nigga didn't show up angry and belligerent. What you can't do is fix this nigga's face that's on the screen. He's clearly angry than him.
Now they're just talking over each other, but he's basically saying like, look at him, he's angry, all right.
You don't know shit about this case. You on a bandwagon. What I'm saying is,
you said what?
When he kept saying, the jury needs to know about this case, know about his truth. The jury wasn't in the courts. She made the jury leave. She made the jury leave. Then they have a conversation.
There's stuff that's not supposed to be heard in the presence of the jury. What do you mean?
Right, but what he's saying is, when it comes to him, when it comes to his evidence and his truth, they not let him tell the jury the whole butt naked truth, especially when it came to his baby mama.
So you don't believe in the fact that we all know that he did it. He was the one in the car. He was the one that got arrested. He's the one that drove over and killed a bunch of people. Are you telling me that you're aligning with him because he's black?
That's one of the reasons that drove me there. Yep. I'm going to ride for my niggas even when they right or wrong, just like them people do. Just like white folks do.
Do you know him? Wait. Do you know him?
Nope. Never seen my face a day in his life. But
so how is he your people's?
Huh?
How is he your people's?
Because he's a black man.
It's I think
white people defend theirs in the wrong.
I think if
white
he had
people
it
defend theirs in the wrong all the time. Nobody got shit to say about it. Nobody got shit. Okay, how come I not get on them white people that don't know shit about these people? Go in there, defend these white people in the wrong with killing us.
Question. Let me ask you a question. You say that they're not letting
y'all want me to feel sad when somebody do something to them?
What? This is our problem as a community.
You're saying that they're not letting him.
What's our problem?
Our
problem is that when somebody...
All right, well, we're not going to talk about what our problem is as a community. Like, I mean, now we're getting into a whole different conversation, people. We're over here talking about this moron. And did he do it or did he not do it? Come on, it's obvious, bro. And the fact that he's supporting them, I mean, I get what he's saying, right? He's supporting him because white people support their own no matter what. Right? And he's saying, I'm going to do it too. That doesn't make it right. And on top of that, if a white man drove through a parade, I don't think there would be a bunch of white folks supporting him. I just don't think so. Like a parade full of black people. And there would just be a whole bunch of white folks sitting behind them like, yeah, we support him. This man who clearly just doesn't like black people, we're going to sit behind him. Like, even if you felt that way, you're not going to stand behind them. That's crazy. That's literally what he's doing on the opposite side of the spectrum. Like, anyways, let me skip forward. There's some more juicy points here that they kind of touch on.
Seems almost as if...
Facts.
Jay Prince missed all this because he was behind
him. Which you want to recall and purposely not.
Objection. Badgering the witness.
Yes, sustained. You do not have to answer that. You are warned. You may not badger or argue with this witness. Next question.
See how they doing?
What do you mean?
Next question.
What do you mean?
Don't intimidate the witness is what I mean.
How am I intimidating the witness?
Badgering the witness by eye rolling, by pursing your lips, by making facial movements regarding her answers is badgering the witness.
Are you kidding me?
Under 906.11, please ask your next question.
You can't be serious right now. Intimidating the witness. What have I done to intimidate the witness?
You can make any
face. The last question was badgering, which is a form.
But you said
Mr. Brooks, I've made my ruling under 906.11. Please ask a question or I will stop the questioning.
How did I intimidate?
Under 906.11, sub 1, sub A, sub B, And sub C, ask your next question, or the questioning of this witness will end.
How are you even a judge?
All right, you may step down, ma'am. Thank you.
He said, "How are you even a judge?" That is crazy. I never even saw that part. See, this is why there's so many little pieces of this case that we gotta make sure we're seeing. But yeah. So this is the person that he's supporting. That's crazy. Like they're playing this thing back for him, and he's still supporting this man. Like, clout. That and he likes the smell of his own bullshit.
Come on, man.
I feel him though.
All about the 62Q trust, right? That you want to be the beneficiary of.
I'm going to give the jury their closing instruction. We are done with testimony for today. Please do not begin your deliberations and discussion of the case until all the evidence is presented. And I have instructed you on the law. Do not discuss this case among yourselves or with anyone else until your final deliberations in the jury room. This order is not limited to face-to-face conversations. It also extends to all forms of electronic communications. Do not use any electronic devices such as a mobile phone or computer, text or instant messaging or social networking sites to send or receive any information about this case or your experience as a juror.
He's putting his fingers up like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, like, yeah, bro. These are the rules of the court. Like, what's the loophole? I'm telling you, man, take out your tinfoil hats, people, because Jay Prince for president has a conspiracy.
Speak to this imaginary guy right now. It's an imaginary white man that got your back, supports you, loves you, pours into you financially and everything like that. What would you say to him right now? Would you say fuck him?
No, what I would say, if you really rock with me, right, and you hearing what I'm saying, if you willing to ignore what I'm saying, well, you not rocking with me then. Because what I'm saying is, what about all them black lives that got murdered and everybody going home and everybody supporting the motherfuckers who killing us?
No. Jay Prince. What I'm telling you to do, no. I'm talking about them supporting you. You don't know what their stance is on anything. So you don't know what you don't know what you don't know. You can't say if you do this and if you support that. You don't know anything. All you know is that they love you and support you. What would you say to them?
Right. Okay. And again, what I would say, instead of if you really listen to me, I'm not advocating that he did that. Nobody advocating for what the fuck he did. But if you want to know, if they want to know that and just go off because I'm supporting him, well, I can't control that. I'm not going to change for that. I done been through my life where I ain't had nobody love me. And I'm still standing. I'm not finna just. I'm not gonna just.
He's saying, what if you had a white man in your life that love and support you, and you're talking this crazy shit? Oh, well, the whites stand up for theirs, so I'm gonna stand up for mine, even though he ran over a bunch of whites. That is he can't even give a good response because there's no good response. It's just stupidity, bro. Like either one, you don't like white people and you truly feel like Darrell Brooks, or two, you're looking for clout, or you're just severely misled, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he can't even answer the question properly because there's no way to really answer that question without making yourself sound like a jackass.
Get off my argument, my stance, just to get somebody to love me. No. I believe in what I believe in. It's a reason why I'm believing in it. I didn't wake up with all this type of beliefs just off GP. If they really so goddamn cared about me, they would understand where I'm coming from. I'm only defending him because they defend theirs.
Well, Mr. White Man, you've heard Jay Prince say it to you to your face. There's nothing else I can say on his behalf because he said what he said. So y'all can continue the conversation. Think what y'all think.
I think we'd probably understand you more if you picked a different dude than this dude.
Exactly. There's so many people who, you know what I mean? There's so many people who've been accused over things that, you know, you might raise your eyebrow. Like, that black man didn't do that. That's not even something a black person would do. Like you know, there's so many cases where you could have reasonable doubt. But you're going to pick the one case to where there is no reasonable doubt. There's so many pictures. There's so many testimonies. There's no reasonable doubt in my mind. And there are some there are hundreds of cases I've seen where there's a little percentage of me there's like maybe he didn't do it. I mean, the O.J. Simpson trial has more reasonable doubt than this case, bro. Straight up, it's a fact. There's more reasonable doubt in the O.J. Simpson trial than the Darrell Brooks trial. Like, come on, bro.
Have you ever heard of Julius Jones? Like, they made that big documentary about him, and he's in jail. Like, they're about to kill him, and he didn't really do it. Have you ever heard of that guy?
No. What's wrong with this dude?
Well, he's supposed to killed a white person in his front yard, and he was on death row.
What's wrong with you said? What's wrong with him? What you know about him?
There's something narcissistic about the fact how he's acting, that he thought that he can represent. I think if he had a lawyer, I think the outcome would be more favorable if he had a lawyer. But given whatever fucked up about his head,
that would have changed the dynamics of everything if he would have had a lawyer or a public defender. Then it would be more okay to support him, right?
No, it's not okay that you're supporting him under any circumstance.
Tell me this, Jay Prince. What's his defense? What's his defense?
Him having a lawyer.
His defense is it wasn't intent. They charged him with intentional homicide. In his case, it's not intentional.
Is that it? He hasn't made that claim in court as of yet.
Yeah, but now just Friday was the first day he was doing his defense. So now it's his turn to plead his case.
No, and that's the other thing. He can't. It's not his turn to plead his case. He could ask questions, but remember, he refuses to testify. I wonder why. Because there would be cross-examination. So just like the Treehouse murder that we did, the other case, with the ballhead brother, when he testified, he did a monologue of his string of events, right? Darrell Brooks can't give a monologue of his string of events because everything is incriminating. That's why he refuses to testify. It isn't his time to plead his case. All he could do is ask questions, and that's not really pleading your case. That's just probably, in my opinion, just proving reasonable doubt, maybe, if you can. And he can't even do that. Like, come on now.
Why he did it, what made him do it, and all this other type of stuff.
But he hasn't done that. He's called witnesses on the stand. That meant nothing. And
no, those witnesses was from the state.
No, he called his own witnesses. He couldn't. He doesn't have an investigator. So the state has to subpoena the witnesses for him. But everything that happened on Friday was his
witnesses was the same witnesses that the state used.
It's his fault, nigga. He the one called him. What you mean?
Because he knew someone was lying. Like that dude Nicholas was telling a bold-faced fucking lie.
The state didn't call Nicholas, though. The state didn't call him.
Exactly.
His witnesses are killing his credibility, bro. What you mean? He called a woman to the stand, and her 4 kids got hit. What the fuck she need to be on the stand for? Literally, his witnesses aren't helping him at all.
No,
like if he pleaded insanity, he was like,
He
was
calling those witnesses. He was calling those witnesses so he could somewhat expose some lies, whatever. But,
I agree.
Okay.
I think all of his witnesses he called them because they
so he exposed lies.
I agree.
Okay, now, because I got the numbers of the phone of a few of those witnesses. We're gonna do some shows about that. Let's just say we're gonna go with the narrative of him representing himself. You don't think that's a mental problem?
Man, it gotta be, man. What did they say? The man who represents himself in court.
And I'm gonna stop it right there. That ain't no representation of a mental problem. That's a representation of a narcissistic asshole. Shit, that's what that is. Anyways, people, man, that was pretty much it. The conversation continues out. I don't think I'm gonna do another episode of the J Prince open panel because that was the main part. I just kind of wanted to get to that analogy where the owner of the channel kind of says like, well, what if you have white friends that support you? Like, what are you gonna tell them? And that's a valid question. It's like, you can't support somebody like that. It doesn't really go that much deeper. It's like, it's either you identify with his characteristics, you're stupid, or you're looking for clout. One of those three things. And boy, is J Prince looking for clout. Anyways, folks, if you guys want to support Mr. J Prince, go check out his YouTube. Also, go check out the channel that we watched this on, Anton Daniels. That's his channel. He has a bunch of damn subscribers. Shout him out. He's the one who put this thing together. And until the next one, people, I will see you there. Oh, shit. And of course, every video I have to shout out my Patreons. You guys are awesome. You keep the channel rolling, moving, and grooving. I love my YouTube members. You guys are amazing, bro. Like, for real. My YouTube members, my Patreon members, my YouTube subscribers. All 12,150. You guys are awesome, man. Hell yeah. And we're going to be bringing new cases, more crazy things for the rest of 2024. And the foreseeable future, people. Fuck with me. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean? Tell your cousins and nephews and shit. Anyways, you can log out at this point because I'm just saying nothingness. I'm just out here showing my appreciation for y'all. You guys are dope, man. You guys ain't bad. You guys ain't bad at all. Anyways, people, stay inside, stay safe. I'm out of here.